probably won't be a very long meeting,
No.
I'd say.
But definitely, if information can be passed from both sides,
Oh, yes.
I think that's.
I reckon just to let you know that we're all here.
Yeah.
Bill, William Vaughan Izard, Ronnie Stewart Stover, Raymond Wayne Brown, and you've got your name on there.
Kate Whelan.
Kate.
Whelan, W-I-E.
Is that do you have a middle name?
No. Yeah, I do.
You do have a middle name.
Yeah, Isabel.
Okay, so is there any reason for not having that? Is that your identification?
Yeah.
Is that the identification thing that you use?
Yeah, I don't believe there's any middle names put on sort of any of these, because that's mine there. And so I got your photocopy of that, so I thought, right, okay, that's mine there. That's my original here, but that's both the front and the back.
Okay then, so that's, so that's
so I thought, okay, I'll give you a copy of that, that's what you wanted there.
Yeah.
Then I think you're also after the instrument?
Of,
yeah, and so that's the information
that's given you, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to have a read of that.
Is there any reason why this name is half in upper and lower case and half in...
No idea.
You don't understand that?
No.
Do you understand why your middle name is not...
no.
You don't understand that either?
No.
So, but is that your autograph?
Yes, it is.
So you actually claim that name?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, and you're doing the same. So I'm all right, because what you've done, I don't know if you're aware of Section 514 of the Criminal Code Act, 1899. No. Well, that's a Queensland Criminal Code Act.
It up on the web.
There it is. There.
Oh, you've got it.
So, are you aware that is in law a capitis diminutio media?
Look, I have no idea about any of this.
That's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a constitutional lawyer. I don't know if this is the place to cover all of this material, possibly in the court of law.
You're an
That's
officer.
the same way. Look, she's only here to cooperate our conversation. You know, you can ask her. Really, I prefer.
Well, Ted, I believe my rights have been breached here.
Well,
I believe you guys wrongly boarded the vessel, refusing to sign a disclaimer that I had every right, as the skipper on my boat, for you people to identify yourself, which you didn't, and to sign a disclaimer.
Well, there is an identification here, but we've come to realise that the identification that you've got is some form of identification that does not represent your true identification, because you just showed me something here, and you've made the same claim that you do have a middle name, but your middle name doesn't exist on that identification.
Look, I don't know if we're going to achieve much here.
No,
we're not. You're talking about information we have no idea about. It's stuff that you have studied up on. We have not studied up on all this business. How you write your names, if it's all in capitals, all in lowercase.
Yeah.
This is not part of our job.
No, and you should.
And you should, and that's what you're telling us. But we don't. You can't criticise us.
You can't do what you've done to us, Ted, and not be
What
responsible.
have we done to?
Okay, you boarded my
boat. Yes.
You boarded my boat back into port.
Yes.
I didn't.
Why did we board it?
Why did you board it?
Why did you buy it?
Why did you do it?
The information was that there was a faulty VMS equipment on there, and that's why we had to go out.
Was that in relation to this corporation, State of Queensland, Australia?
Look, I think we'll just conclude this interview. Look, we're not claiming to be a corporation. We're not a corporation. I've seen a lot of the material. Look,
Ted, if you can't now, you guys.
I'm going to conclude the interview. Look, we're not going to achieve anything.
Ted, we are. Look, I've come in good faith here to sit down.
That's
Ted,
why
I can't get anyone at any level to address this problem. You've shut me down. You've denied me.
We don't have power. It's something
yes, you
that
do.
We're not.
We're about our rights.
Yeah, you quite possibly are. But this
Sorry?
isn't the forum.
Are you a public servant?
Yes, I'm a public servant. Yes.
Okay, so
under your name or under a false name?
I'm not aware of all of this business with our names are written.
It's something that you should consider looking into.
Well, we will look into it.
Because
there's some of this material.
The two of you have applied for this job. You've applied to join this corporation.
Job,
Well, I was just going to say government, because these came off. Is that the Queensland government you're talking about? Because does that ring a bell?
I know that there have been I've seen a lot of material talking about.
Are you aware of it?
Well, I'm across a number of things, and with the Australian Constitution, all this sort of business, I know that there are certain things that have come up where the the original constitution hasn't been changed in any sort of format since 1901. However,
but in 1919 something happened.
There have been bits and pieces happening, and certain things haven't happened to it.
Yes.
But I think the law is an evolving sort of thing anyway, so it does change, and there may not have been things done as far as
there may be
properly
two lots of
formatted
laws.
thing.
Because there's the statute law, which is what you're dealing with, but as you can see under here, we go back to the Queensland Criminal Code Act, which are just simple. I mean, these laws here and these numbers, which are very serious imprisonments, but piracy and impersonation and acting under a false name. These.
Well, I guess they're things that you can take up with us and take us before court for these matters.
Well,
if we're going to be accused of piracy,
well, not so much piracy yet. It's just that what we've
impersonating
all we're trying to do
of a corporation. But we're
you said
I don't know.
But you just told us that you are the government.
Yes. Well, that's who I am.
Yes. But the company.
But where's the company incorporated?
It's in the District of Washington.
All right, in the District of Washington.
Sorry, District of Columbia. Washington.
Well, look, this is all information I'm not aware of.
Well, that's the sort of stuff you probably need to know.
Well, okay, so you say this is
you
some
leave
reading
yourself
here.
open for...
Well, I'm going to leave that there for you.
Alright, so we can have a read of that.
That's absolutely...
it is matters that we cannot sort of
You
judge
guys
here.
started this, we didn't, Ted. You've boarded my vessel, you've shut me down for 5 days.
And, well, okay,
someone
but it was
has to
working
be
under
made...
legislation.
That system,
was it on the corporation?
Ted, this system was still working on that vessel. When you boarded the vessel, it was still operating, and it was still polling at 1:30 that afternoon.
Well, I guess here, this is what we
Ted, what we've also found, have a look at this. I'm finding the whole VMS system has not worked all year.
Well, did you contact anybody about that?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
And this is my statements. Balance of statements. I've got 1,841 units. All I've had deducted is 30 units, which equals 3 days. Now I've done 42 days at sea.
So you have gone fishing. So that would indicate to you that your VMS unit is working. Is that what you're saying?
My system was working. The system in Brisbane wasn't working.
Well, then something should have been done about it, shouldn't there?
Well, it should have been. That's your problem, not mine. It's
Did you
their
tell
problem.
anybody that you had a problem with it?
As far as I'm aware, mine was working. My system was working.
I don't think it's Bill's responsibility.
It's not my responsibility
the
here.
Brisbane end of it.
Yes.
It's not. It's now if your system has failed and you've wrongly shut my boat down. Now someone has got to be accountable for the lost time and the downtime and the intimidation that I've suffered over many years here, Ted.
Yes.
And if it's only a corporation that we're dealing with, is there any reason why we can't just step out of your corporation and out of your laws?
I really can't go into that.
If you've done an act of piracy, this is life in jail.
All right, fine, yes.
No, serious.
If it is an act of piracy.
No one is above the law, Ted.
No one is above the law.
No, you've got here a person intending boarding a vessel at sea. Therefore, you're advised prior to boarding you must fill in the details below. They weren't filled in. And there was no. Now we walk into this.
But we can all throw out pieces of legislation. What's the Piracy Act from? Where are you obtaining that?
Okay, under the Transport Marine Safety Act.
Well, that's a law of the
under a valid reason under 165 of the Marine Safety Act.
Law
now, why did you deny
acceptable?
It's the one that you're bound by.
Why did you
it's the one
deny?
We're bound by other laws as well, by the same corporation, but you're choosing this law.
Why did you refuse my skipper's will to go into safer waters? Now, the skipper of the boat was
Kate's not here to be interrogated.
No, but that was the person that boarded the boat. Were you the person that boarded the boat?
Look, we're going to conclude the interview now. Or conclude the discussion. I don't think there's much.
Ted, you denied.
Look,
Kate, why did you break my skipper's will?
Do you want to leave the office? We're not here. Kate's not here to be cross-examined.
Ted, you're here to serve us. You're
a public servant, and that's
what you're doing.
That's what I'm not run away.
Would you like to leave? Look, no, I'm not. It's not that. It's just.
It is. That's obvious because you want to
run. I'm here. I have come in here, and
so
Bill said,
I.
and Bill said, can he bring somebody in? I have no problems with that. If we can sit down.
We're sitting down.
But not have these accusations. Oh, you're working for Pigeon.
No, they're not accusations.
Ted,
what have you done? You've applied for this job. Did you look into it?
10.
Yes, I'm
You look
asking
at any
you.
government employee, and that's, you know, you're attacking them
Yeah,
because they
look,
haven't.
look,
All
I-
government employees.
I've got it here. It's got it here.
Yeah.
Queensland government.
But
I bought the forms in
Yeah.
here. Queensland government. But this came off a website that was related to a corporation registered in the United States Securities Exchange
Yeah.
Commission.
Well, look, I
So-
have no knowledge of that.
No, I know, and these are the things
But
that
it's information you're giving me.
that's exactly right. We're making you aware of
These
stuff
are
in here.
freely available
There's been
to those who
there's
do
no
that.
accusations in this room
Our,
so
Well,
far.
it has.
I-
You've said I didn't
I'm-
bother to find out if I was acting as.
No,
part of a
I'm
corporation.
asking you. Do you know about it? And you've
No.
said you don't know about
No.
these things. But because you don't
You're
know about
educating me.
them, yes, well that's good.
No.
But when you go on board a vessel at sea,
Acting under our legislation,
Under
we
your
think
legislation.
is correct, which is
Yes.
protecting the fisheries of Queensland. Yes.
yeah, well, that's right. That may be what you've been charged with.
Yes.
So we've got to ask is, who charged you with that? Did that assent come from some people of Queensland, or did it come from a foreign entity?
Well, that's stuff that we have no knowledge of.
No.
Yeah.
Well, these are
And
the
do
things.
you have knowledge? Are you able to confirm that it's a foreign entity that's giving us instructions?
Well, we've just given you a
The-
pile of paper. If you
No.
don't think that this is correct and true,
Yeah, I don't.
and if you don't, and then you can start reading some of these things.
The company reports
Signed off
it.
by look at this one, it's by Queensland. I think even the people that are in here. I mean, this is all the information is on the website,
Yeah.
and also the same people that sign all these things, their pictures, and so they've been pretty open about it all.
Yeah.
I think here he is here. Honourable Tim Nicholas, is that, sorry?
MP Nichols.
Yeah.
MP, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if that's one of the MPs and that's come off the site of this corporation, what's he doing on that site? So, you know, we've done our homework and we can't find any other evidence that the corporation is, see this thing here, Queensland government, that comes off this site. It's one of the pictures.
Patented or copyrighted.
It's copyrighted
Yeah.
to that corporation, which derives from the District of Columbia, which is the United States Securities Exchange Commission, and it is a subdivision. And as you could probably see on one of these, maybe it's here it is, Queensland Treasury Corporation, State of Queensland, Australia. And it is a Securities Exchange Commission, Form 18KA for foreign governments and political subdivisions thereof, Securities and Exchange Commission.
Yeah.
Amendment, and these are all of the, and you probably find the signatures are here. Helen Gluer, Philip Noble, Chief Executive. So
Certainly some of those names are very familiar.
yes, that's what we're saying. It is familiar, and we're concerned because
Yeah.
I was like
if
you.
we take from that point of view that you've come in because you are concerned.
Well, I thought
Right?
we were Queenslanders. You thought we were Queenslanders.
Yes.
I thought that you were the government, and I respected all of that. But when I found this out, things changed because a government has got to be de jure government, but this is a company, a corporation, and there's no reason why Bill or I or anyone.
So what you feel you don't have to abide by any of the laws?
Not abide by it. It's
or
just
live
that
under,
it's
or
just
cooperate with them.
No,
Under our
no. We've got
constitution.
this. We've got
Yeah.
this law, which is the Crimes Act. That's a serious one. The Criminal Code.
Yeah.
That was 1899. That was when we were at least a colony. and
Colony
after
or
that.
territory or whatever. Yeah.
So that was the
Before-
original.
That
Federation.
continues on. And
Yeah.
it's
So
still
there's
corporate.
no way we can break laws here.
Yeah.
But if you've jumped onto
These
this
sections,
corporation,
all this other stuff.
and we've got our officers like Kate, then jumping on ships at sea, operating under a false name, then this poor woman, she doesn't know. She knows
Well, that's
nothing
why
of this.
I've said